Traditionally, this Queen of Pain hero is considered to be a lane counter to Timbersaw because just the damage, the sheer magic damage that you do. Maybe it's okay.
Zeb taking a lot of damage here. Is going to be chased away into the trees and very likely dead here because I'm not sure how he gets out of this position without being blocked by the Fisher, and that's what Slayer lays down to be able to take that first blood. Slayer is going to be targeted here in the top lane. They're going to lead off with the stun. Follow-up silence to make sure there's really no chance of him getting off any spells, and they may still manage to get a rebuttal here. Magical, he's coming in. He does have an Invis rune to work with, so even if they were to try and turn on him, he should be much more powerful. They're going to glimpse him back underneath the tower, still stuck inside that static storm. Seb goes down. And this was also another change that happened a little while ago, but I think people forget, but the threshold starts at 75%. So it's not like, oh, I'm 50%, maybe I should start healing up. It's I'm missing any HP at all. I need to try and go back up to full. They're going to go for mid one again here. He is going to be helped out by Samael, but a big Sonic Wave lays it out. Mid one's already done. Samael, though, with his Phantasm Illusions, is going to go for the kill on a Slayer. He gets something out of this. He wants a little bit more, but the rest of Navi have already retreated behind the defense of their Fisher. And they're going to wait this out. Samael's low enough that they can potentially re-engage if Magical sees the opportunity. He does on to Seb. He's going to run out of the silence there, copping a little bit of damage. They're going to slow down Samael. Managed to get one stun. The follow-up, he's stuck inside of the kinetic field. They're going to go for the glimpse back onto Seb as well. Ilias wants as many kills as this as possible, and they'll at least get one of them. It's going to be Samael's killing streak. Give it up to Pasha. Now they look for another one. That's going to be Saksa, caught by Magical. They have so much chase on the side of Navi. They're going to get one or two extra kills. Magical.
Maybe just baiting a little bit.
Just lead off. Crystallize. Pops his ultimate from the trees. Maintaining some distance here. He'll let his Necronomicons do most of the work before he brings his hero in to finish the job. Now, he'll just casually wait things out here. Samael thinks that maybe he can go for this fight, but now he's been blocked in. He maybe decided he didn't want to be there. He actually somehow gets bumped out of the kinetic field, but the glimpse pulls him back in. The Sonic Wave, that should be enough. He pops a Phantasm, but boom, there's Sioma the Slayer with a big Echo Slam to finish him off. Now it's going to be mid one and Saksa, who are just going to be the leftovers at this point. I don't think mid one can escape. There just seems to be far too many disables here. Saksa, he's going to try and help. Mid one's pretty tanky. Maybe he can turn things around. He's going to Timber Chain on through. They're going to turn for the support instead. He's easier to kill after all. Mid one, he is just a giant pinata. You're going to have to beat him down for a very long time before you get that juicy candy that's inside. Seb, he's coming back. Mid one, he actually takes out both of those strength heroes so quickly, and Navi, realizing that they have underestimated their damage, they were not able to output enough. OG, man. I feel like they always do this, like, once a series. Like, if they're behind at all, it feels like they'll just try and, like, sneak in a Roshan. They're going to try and do it here, but Navi, they're aware of this. Nice two-man Fisher stun will allow Pasha to be able to get back a little bit. Does not have Primal Split, though, so it's easy work for mid one. Magical, he needs to get out, though, but he's hit by the Inkswell stun. Can he blink away in time? No such luck. Mid one cuts him down pretty quickly with that damage. Samael takes the kill. Now he looks for Sioma Slayer as well, with the stun over the top of the silence. It's pretty much up to Crystallize now to be able to turn this fight around. He's already brought down Samael, but he doesn't want to go for the Timbersaw. Easier target would be that Bloodseeker. Slows him down with the Purge and keeps him inside. Triple kill for him. Maybe a quad. It's No Tail trying to hide inside the trees, spotted by the Necronomicons. They try and run him down. A little bit more damage. An ultra kill is there. And Ilias, well, maybe mid one can get a fourth kill for them as well. Looks like in the end of the day, it's going to be a 4-for-4. But the odd part was, OG. Oh, he does have a TP. He's good. So a 3-for-4, and on top of that, the 3-for-5, excuse me, as Crystallize finds the kill onto Saksa.
Like, let's just use buybacks in the early game. I think the buyback, I was joking, but the buyback calculation did get changed recently. Okay, they
Crystallize.
He's just
Overgrowth, and with Samael coming in soon. He actually got glimpsed back, but it doesn't matter. Seb's here, and it's Crystallize, just really out of position.
No Tail coming in. No Tail came at like the one angle where the ward didn't see him. But he was just feeling really ballsy playing with that.
Oh, look at this. Yes, he thinks he's going to try to interrupt this Roshan here. He slows him down, and if Slayer comes in at the right time here, he might actually kill Samel. He's going to go for it. Echo Slam, not quite enough damage. Immediately, the response is there from Saksa, but the Sonic Wave, and now they snatched up not just the Roshan kill, but the Aegis as well. Magical is fully committed, and he's going to lose some of his allies here. He blinks over to the side to make sure that Seb does indeed fall. Now Saksa is stuck inside the pit. Midwan trying to take that Aegis away from this Queen of Pain, should be able to do so with the Chakra, but Magical, he actually lives, pops his stick, blinks away. Now the Rupture is faded, and Midwan losing mana fast, uses a little bit more to be able to get over to the side and try and TP up. If they have it disabled, they do. They have the glimpse to be able to stop him from getting away. Midwan, this is going to be a dieback from him, as he just cannot Timber Chain far enough away to get away from Magical.
How in Gay Ben's name do you kill a Timber Saw who's got living armor on him? I feel like that's impossible.
Yeah, that seems a little bit too much. Seb, on the other hand, that's a relatively easy kill. By the way, did you see that? Did you know that Kinetic Field blocks out the Grimstroke Phantom's Embrace?
Really?
I like, maybe it was a visual bug, but I just watched that Phantom get stopped by the Kinetic Field.
Well, I could see that because it's got move speed, right? It's a unit. It's like
yeah.
It's like when you try to Ember Spirit Remnant out of a kinetic field, and if you're at the very edge of it, it doesn't work because your Remnant has 0 move speed. So maybe it's something along those lines. That's interesting. I had no idea. Dota 2 mechanics, man. You never know them all.
I swear to God, I learned something new like every day of casting Dota 2. Some small mechanic or something, they're gonna glimpse it back. Oh no, that's Samel, no longer being in this team fight. He wasn't in the Echo Slam, yes, but he's also not here to be able to defend his base. He got stunned and wasn't able to activate his BKB to stop the glimpse. Now he has to make the long trek back home while Na'Vi looks to be able to take this melee barracks. A nice 2-man silence gonna go out, but the primal split, it happens first. Drop in, Meteor Hammer, but they just still continue to get that melee barracks. They need to back up now. Samel is almost here, and he found a double damage on his way back home. The Prodigal Son returns, but he's a bit too late to the party, as Na'Vi have already TP'd most of their heroes out. And the only ones sticking around are the ones that are mobile enough not to get caught in the first place, except for Pasha. Didn't see Pasha, but he gets away as well. Well done with the T. And now even looking at a Linken's potentially to protect himself even further from Rupture and the like. Crystallize is trying to work towards an Abyssal Blade, so he has some additional disables to throw out. The supports have their defensive items, Blink Yules for Slayer, and Ilias has a Ghost Scepter, and they're going to find the initiation out of Samel here. He's already down to half health. He pops BKB and Phantasm now, but it's relatively easy to find the real one. The Ink Stroke goes out, the stun in an AoE, but Crystallize still having his BKB out. Oh, he's actually held a decent amount, but Samel, eventually he's going to be run down here, surely, as they try and go into the trees. The Sonic Wave goes out just to make sure there's no chance in hell that Samel can survive. Now looking for extra heroes here. It's going to be Seb caught inside the kinetic field, and Tim Midwan, well, he just kind of run around hoping that people will target him instead of his allies, but he's going to be left for last. Now the other 2 cores are dead, they can take their time with Midwan and beat him to a pulp.
Against the Brewmaster. Like, Brew had already pressed split, so as soon as he uses the ulti, the illusions just instantly died in that fight, which, as we talked about, that completely nullifies CK as a hero. It's all about those illusions.
Buybacks from OG, and they need to get something out of these buybacks. Rod of Atos hitting Ilias, but he's got 1600 HP, so it's no longer so simple for Midwan just to get on top of that Disruptor and quickly kill him. If anything, he may die for this overextension. Lotus Orb, they actually sent back Seb here, isolating Midwan a little bit more, but with the Ink Stroke, he might just be able to go for this kill. Actually, BKB, Crystallize turning things around here. He's going to pop a Shapeshift. It just came back up, and he's going to use it to finish off Seb, force the die back out of those 2, and Samel, well, it's pretty much just down to him now against 5 of Na'Vi barreling at his base. And we talked about Chaos Knight is a one-and-done hero. He's so single target that I'm not sure how he's going to be able to kill all 5. He's to start off with the Disrupted, but he's struggling even with that. The Ghost Scepter is going to go down now. He does have the Inkswell going off, and that'll be enough to kill the support and get the stun onto this Lycan as well. Follow-up 3-second stun. Samel is able to get 2. Can he get any more? Well, first he's got to get out away from Magical. No Tail. He pops his ultimate here, but Magical's still laying the damage into Samel enough to be able to finish him off. The Meteor Hammer doesn't slow Na'Vi down one bit. They continue to blink forward, continue to look for the team wipe that will finally force OG out of this game 1. It's going to be Saksa dying in the end. All he was able to facilitate was a death to Slayer to the towers. But in the end, with no buybacks in sight for another minute, rough.
Can't catch a break. Rupture out. I mean, that is Pasha. He's got the ulti.
Dead. He's relatively tanky here. Sumail finds his opportunity to be able to kill Slayer right away. They do have the Meteor Hammer dropping down, continuing the stun onto Crystallize. But oh, as soon as Crystallize wakes back up, holy crap, Sumail, he just died so quickly. Magical laying out the damage and looking for more as he blinks forward to try and catch Seb here, but he's Rod of Atos, pops the another illusion root it looks like that he had to be able to get out of that ensnare, gets away from it, Crystallize, open for the bash, gets it onto Sumail. They have that ink stroke and needs to be able to explode quickly to save Sumail, and it doesn't go off in time. Crystallize, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because he's got his BKB still active along BKB. Now that they've forced him inside the fountain, they've corralled him inside of their base. Let's just go for the tier 4s, he says. Magical and Pasha still doing some work to some of the members of OG. Mid one desperately trying to distract Navi from hitting their buildings, from going from the objectives, and well, he's successful. They are distracted and they are going for mid one. They will have him too. They kill him, glimpse back No Tail, and pretty easily surround him, bring him down, and turn towards that throne. Finally,
really deal with all of that damage from the Treants. Kind of feels like a trump card in the offlane right now, which is nice.
Doxa, he's going to get caught here. He picked up the bounty rune, but Magical, he played offensively, went into the enemy triangle.
Either way, very convenient.
And that chip damage really does matter as Seb in some trouble here. He's probably going to try for a teleport out, but Ilias has one stun available. Actually, you're going to fight back here. Saksa looks to be able to slow down Ilias. They've got mid one charging in, ready to go with the birds. That'll easily kill that 5 position.
One Wrath of Nature, which is insane when you consider at about level 6, that's, you know, 3/4 of somebody's HP.
No Tail looks, oh, nice hit from the Chronosphere. Actually, never mind, it only caught the one. I thought it was going to be able to get Pasha and Ilias as well. They're going to all in on the Magical right now. Magical will end up going down, but is it enough to be able to win the fight? Well, especially with Pasha already being low enough and Sumail rocking that double damage rune, it's pretty easy for OG. And I would love to see them stay around this area since they do have good vision around here. If they win one fight, then that could be buybacks being forced, but it seems like they are going to start backing up, and Saksa, he is going to be the one left behind here. Thought he could farm one more camp. No Tail actually showed himself there with the Ice Pass, so Navi is probably feeling like they can get some extra heroes here. Mid one and Sumail are still hanging around there. So OG, they do have some strength here. Pasha finds his initiation, doesn't actually have the stomp ready to go. Hit by the time dilation, he's not going to get a chance to pop that stomp, at least not yet. The disruption's going to be able to buy him some time here. Sonic Wave goes out. Sumail does manage to take off that damage with the time walk stomp. Finally hit by Pasha, only onto Sumail though. They're going to focus on mid one, trying to bring him down. The Gravekeeper cloak now down, but Magical, his life is torn to shreds by those familiars that are now going to be able to find the kill on Ilias, and looks for Crystallize, but he does manage Shikuchi away before that collapse. Slayer looks like he's been caught on the backside as well. 3 for 2 there to the favor of OG.
And then smoking out towards top to clear up the map and make sure that Navi has to stay in their base.
It's like as soon as you show Sumail bottom lane, Navi thinks, okay, we can play top. But with this very fast play of a smoke, it's probably going to catch Navi off guard. They're thinking there's not going to be heroes here, but all of a sudden Sumail is going to show up, and he goes for Ilias first. Not a great position for a Chronosphere, but it looks like 2 easy pickoffs anyway. So even if it wasn't the ideal, like really big 5-on-5 that could have ended the game, they're going to smoke up and see if they can catch OG. I think that's really the only changing factor in this game. There's no item that can change it. It's all about how they start their team fights, whether or not they're able to chain stun Sumail down and bring him down before the Chronosphere goes off. They do manage to get the stun out onto the 2 with the Orchid as well. Can they actually get him up? No. Sumail activates the BKB. Time walks off a little bit damage and is ready for the Chronosphere. They may not have to use it on the Magical, especially with Saksa perfectly timing his Rolling Thunder bounces to hit him as he comes out of the disruption. 1 core down on the side of Navi, a core that does have buyback though they can still contest for this mid lane of barracks, but it is pretty much all in for Navi at that point in time. Pasha tried to come in from behind, but it actually gets hit by the Wrath of Nature. Now finds his stun onto 2 with a buyback TP coming in from the Queen of Pain, but a nice 3-man Chronosphere from Sumail. Do they have any follow-up damage? They're focusing on Crystallize right now, and as a result, we're not able to output any damage onto Magical. Pasha will eventually die here, but Sumail is still a little bit low and may actually go down. In fact, he does, but Crystallize, his life is traded out for that. In fact, Magical almost getting caught by the familiar drop as well. Ilias being beautifully body blocked by Seb, hoping to ensure another kill as the familiars look to chase him down with the help of Solar Crest. That is so much damage.
We had Crystallize tried to go for the backlines. He was trying to kill Saksa before he got the roll off,
There's always a chance. We'll see what happens here in the base defense. Slayer was able to get away thanks to the Force Staff. The Saksa not able to catch up to him with the Rolling Thunder, but Samael certainly can with a time walk forward. He tempts the Chronosphere, but he doesn't actually get it off. Now it's going to be chained stun a little bit longer. No hope at killing him here. He still has his BKB as well as an Aegis. So it's just going to be the Shadow Demons dying at the start of this fight. The tier 3 down. The barracks are exposed. Seb starts laying damage into the ranged barracks. Na'Vi, they've got to make their initiation sometime soon here. They just cannot give Megas up for free. It's going to start off on a Seb poking at it, but man, he's so tanky. Instantly blink away by Magical as Samael threatens that Chronosphere. Is going to be jumped on now, losing his Aegis. Still has the BKB on his second life, so Na'Vi can't look to kill him a second time right away. The Orchid goes out on him first. He activates the BKB, attempts the Chronosphere, but drops it instead. A Glyph is going to go down. They're just trying to kite out this BKB, and then maybe Na'Vi has a chance in a 4 versus 5 defense. Crystallize looking over at the side at some of these squishier heroes like Saksa, but can't really commit. Pasha has to go in. He sees the opportunity to be able to hit a 3-man stun. The bugs are all over OG, but they can't actually fully commit to this, and a 2-man Chronosphere out from Samael. That is going to be a GG called instantly by Ilias, as he knows as soon as that Chronosphere catches 2, especially the cores, the Queen of Pain and the Weaver, the game is just done and dusted. No chance at a comeback here.
You're kind of okay with the camp spawning, because at that point, he's probably going to have dewarded it.
Man, I'm surprised that they're leading by so much in CS right now. Bottom lane, Ilias in some trouble here. Pasha trying to put a stop to it with his battery assault, but between the disruption illusions and the trees, he's having a hard time staying on top of Saksa, and his battery assault will now run out, so he's not going to have the damage anymore. To time and effort and movement from Na'Vi.
Definitely, and 100% of the time that the clock gets on the only hero he can kill, which is the Earthshaker, there's Saksa there to save. So it's even harder when you're playing against an SD. But if you go on the SD, then maybe you can kill him.
It's a little bit easier. Saksa, disruption, going out, does nail Pasha, and mid one actually has a DD, so Pasha in serious trouble, may not live long enough to be able to get the kill on Saksa. In fact, Slayer can't do it either. Shocking, says Seb, as once again, Samael comes in and cleans up a double kill.
But he can just keep jumping. Right into the ward vision, though.
Yeah, they see him now. Mid one. Another arrow is up. He lays it right on top of Magical, and he hops into it perfectly. Saksa, he's going to be able to get there, spots him on top of the Shadow Poison, cut the tree to keep the chain stun. And now, hookshot, okay. Even though they don't have a Monkey King, they think maybe they can take this fight. The Soulbind goes off. Disruption is going to be able to protect him from that damage on left-hand side. The Supernova, can mid one actually take it down? He will manage to do so just in time. May cost him his life, though, and the hands are crystallized, who now pushes forward, looks for even more. He's going to run out of vision here, and the Echo Slam actually clearing away all of his illusions, revealing the real Crystallize right away, and Samael wasn't even needed.
If they can get him the right targets to hit. The classic DD.
Double damage Morphling. You know, Nahaz, how he always likes to say, like, DD should not have the same effect on Roshan. I personally feel like DD just shouldn't have the same effect on Morphling as a hero. As you can see, he just rips Ilias a new one. He's going to be running low on mana here, though. The heal goes out from No-Tail. They've already taken down Seb as well, so this is kind of a free game now for Phantom Lancer to pick whatever kills he can get.
I mean, it makes sense. I feel like in pubs, Roche often gets ignored way too much when a lot of the time you can just do this.
The hookshot going to be blocked here. Pasha, he's got an opening. He throws it out. Magical actually blocks it. Magical jumps in. He does manage to get the Aegis. He gets both the Roshan kill and the extra life. Now he's going to lose that first life pretty quickly, and probably the second one almost right away, because Na'Vi knows they cannot fight. But still, a beautiful move by Magical there. The man's making moves in this series, but is it enough for Na'Vi to stay in the tournament? They are going to try and make an initiation onto Samael. One chain stun, follow it up a little bit more. The push back there isn't quite enough, but finally Magical lays that last hit to be able to get the wicked 6 streak going on. And maybe a potential turn here as Crystallize. His Aegis is going to be wearing out thin soon, and OG may just see that as an opportunity to surprise Na'Vi. On the right-hand side, though, Crystallize once again finding Seb. Seb trying to get up to the high ground, but Crystallize is able to pursue this time with the Doppelganger. He's going to chase after mid one. 1-2 leaps. A third leap now going out, so Crystallize will find another victim. Maybe that'll be Saksa. Saksa trying to make his way back through the mid lane, but Crystallize finds him. Ghost Scepter goes out, but there's a nice hook shot from Pasha. Pasha going to be in some trouble, though. That Skull Catcher making him so squishy. squishy that Sumail is able to get that kill, and Saksa finally goes down thanks to a stun coming out from Magical. Now it's going to be Sumail versus Crystallized. They battle out. Illusions versus Illusions. Sumail healing up a little bit more, but he needs the mana to work with, and he finally activates his waveform to get out. Surely OG doesn't want to let them have it like this. They're going to start moving their way over. Navi, fortunately, is very slow at doing this, Roshan, especially since it's only Crystallized in the pit. They don't want to risk a gigantic Echo Slam. They're going to pop the Moonlight Shadow here. Seb, seeing the real Crystallized, hits him with the Fissure, but not much else. They're going to wrap around, see if they can catch the backline here. It's going to be Ilias who's spotted first. He's hit by a Earthshaker. They haven't actually quite finished him off. The Soulbind is there. Crystallized is going for mid with the Supernova out. Sumail is going to try and commit to getting him, but he actually got hit by a hookshot right as he went for the Agility Morph. They're trying to stay alive, but he can't morph strength enough. There's too many heroes from Navi. He gets overwhelmed. Seb, now he's just going to be mincemeat as Navi should be able to pick him apart piece by piece. Navi looking for more. Pasha almost finding the Shadow Demon. Once again, chipping away at that tier 3. Is there any more repair kits? I feel like they may have used them all.
They have to, man. It's like, come on, they repair kits so many times. Let's see.
The tier 3 is down. Melee barracks, they're just trying to poke at Crystallize until maybe he's low enough that they can go for the kill without overcommitting, but like they have to do something at this point, because if Navi, like, if you read this correctly, you're saying, well, if they're not going on us now, we have so much time with the Aegis, we can keep on going here. No, the hookshot goes right through as the Doppelganger hits the back line onto Saksa. Tries to go for the pushback onto the Morphling, but he actually gets disrupted. Now he gets hit by the cogs. He activates his BKB, but he's not actually life-stealing quite enough. He has to waveform away from this Phantom Lancer, but can't. Crystallize is able to catch up so quickly thanks to the Phantom Rush, thanks to that Abyssal Blade as well. Crystallize gets hit by the Soul Catcher. A little bit squishy, has to jump away with the Doppelganger and turns instead onto mid one. He's going to be the victim that is brought down. Seb with his BKB still active, but so low. The Moonlight Shadow going out, but he disruption save? Pasha, he's going to be there with some sort of AoE damage that should finish off Seb. 2 buybacks being used, Midwan and Seb. A second defense being held out by OG. They're going to wait for it. Wukong's command being used here. They can afford to lose a second lane of barracks if they can just win one fight here. Crystallized have the Inkswell on him. Disruption onto the real one. Sumail going to the left-hand side has already killed Pasha, but the Sunray doing so much damage. Sumail being forced to retreat in mid one now with a dieback. Crystallized, he managed to chase him down, sees a very low health on Sumail, but can't actually catch him as the waveform away. Gets him back to the fountain. A Fissure going out, but they can just focus on objectives and maybe even focus on killing Saksa right now as the Flicker unable to save him perhaps as another one. Okay, this one puts him in the right direction, but hookshot out from the side. Pasha, not quite enough damage, and he needs to be able to get out. This is a winning position for Navi. They can quite easily get the Megas as long as they don't lose their supporting cast. That's where Seb, he's trying to get away back to the fountain. They still have that Echo Slam ready to go. They're waiting for Crystallize to be low enough that they can kill him once without having to use that Echo Slam, because they need to be able to kill him twice. Pasha, during low enough, Echo Slam finally going out, but Crystallize keeps on going. That status resistance making short work of all of those stuns. He quickly shrugs it off and continues to beat into Sumail, forcing them once again back into the fountain. Crystallize. Doppelganger over the side, going for the tier 4, sends the illusions after Seb, always threatening Seb's mana pool and Seb's HP.
Because they know they're in
OG. They need to push out here, and Wukong's command not actually going out there, but Crystallize still makes his initiation. Would have been a good position. Disruption, look at that back line. Oh, Saksa being melted. The Supernova is going to successfully explode. OG have fully retreated, but they're going to lose their supports here. Both of them are going to buy back, Saksa and No Tails. Oh, Sumail outside of the base here. Doppelganger's back in as a Phantom Lancer. Seb sees his opportunity. Fissure jump in after Crystallize, but no. Once again, the status resistance allows him to get off the Doppelganger every single time. No Tail potentially with dieback here. Magical committing that hit, but unable to finish him off.
Yeah, they're gonna need
an iconic hero for Crystallize. His third most played hero in competitive. Double smokes. OG is going to break here on the side. Miss Fissure, but Seb, a 4-man Echo Slam. Can they follow it up? The hook shot from the side. Going to be able to catch Saksa, and it looks like he's going to die almost instantly. Now the damage is flowing in. Crystallize is quite low. Can they actually finish him off? They got him. Sumail managed to bring him down, but now Sumail's dead. Divine Rapier on the deck with Magical getting the triple kill, and OG just got wiped. They may have committed. Yes, they may have killed Crystallize, who cleans everybody up in the end. And with a buyback from Crystallize, it says that Navi, there was plenty more where that came from. OG, they'll GG out here, and Navi will move on to the grand finals.
Life is a game. Play smart.